जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजधर यशोदानंदन व्रजधर यशोदानंदन व्रजधर यमुना यमुना तीरावनचारि जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Jaya Jaya Nitai Patita Pavanam Patita Pavan Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Shri Prabhupada Gita Gora Premanande Hare Krishna. Devotees. Thank you so much for joining Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we will be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7, verse number 21st. And this verse is about the description of Lord Narayan, how he looks when he came to give darshan to the Daksha and all other devotees present in that fire sacrifice. 4:7:21. वक्षस्य अधिश्रिता वधूर्वनमाल्य उद्धरा वक्षस्य वक्षस्य अधिश्रिता वधूर्वनमाल्य उद्धरा हाशावलोककलया रमयंश्च विश्वम् हासावलोककलया रमयंश्च विश्वम् पार्श्वभ्रमद्वियज्ञन चामरराजहंसः पार्श्वभ्रमद्व्यजन चामरराजहंसः श्वेतात्पत्र शशिनोपरि राजमानः श्वेतातपत्र शशिनोपरि राजमानः वक्षासे अधिश्रित वधूर्वनमालि उद्धर हासवलोककलया रमयंश्च विश्वम् पार्श्वभ्रमद्विजयन् चामरराजहंसः श्वेतातपत्रशशिनोपरिरज्यमानः Anybody wants to recite? वक्षस्य अधिश्रितवधूर्वनमालि उदार हासावलोककलया रमयंश्च विश्व पार्श्वभ्रमद्विजनचामरराजहंस श्वेतातपत्रशशिनोपरिराजमान Any Mataji's want भक्षास्यधिश्रितवधुर्वनमालि उदार हासावलोककलया रमयंश्च विश्वम् श्वेतातपत्रशशिनोपरिराजमान word synonyms vakshasi on the chest adishrita situated vadhu a woman the goddess of fortune Lakshmi vanamali garlanded with forest flower udara beautiful hasa smiling avaloka glance kalaya with a small part ramayan pleasing cha and vishwam the whole world parsva side brahmat moving back and forth Vyajan and Chamar, white yak tail, hair for fanning. Rajahamsa, swan. Shweta Ata Patra, Shweta Atapatra, Sashina, Patra Sashina, with a white canopy like the moon. Upari, above. Raja Manaha, looking beautiful. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation Lord Vishnu looked extraordinarily beautiful because the goddess of fortune and a garland were situated on his chest. His face was beautifully decorated with a smiling attitude which can captivate the entire world, especially the devotees. Fans of white hair appeared on both sides of the Lord like white swan, and the white canopy overhead looked like the moon. Purport. The smiling face of the Lord Vishnu is pleasing to the whole world. Not only devotees, but even non devotees are attracted by such a smile. This verse nicely describes how the sun, moon, eight-petaled lotus flower, and humming black bees were represented by the fans of hair, the overhead canopy, the moving earrings on both sides of his face, and his blackish hair, all together accompanied by the conchal, wheel, club, lotus, flower, bow, arrow, shield, and sword in his hands. These presented a grand and beautiful audience for Lord Vishnu, which captivated all the demigods there, including Daksha and Lord Brahma. So let's recite Mangalacharana prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शबानुसुते प्रणमामि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे करोति वाचालं गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं हरे कृष्ण. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for joining Srimad Bhagavatam class. I would like to seek blessings from all the devotees, especially Ishwar Prabhuji, my spiritual master, and all the devotees, so that I can glorify Srimad Bhagavatam in my right consciousness. Hare Krishna. So, this verse beautifully explains, these two verses beautifully explain the beauty and the appearance of Lord, the form of the Lord. After hearing this verses, I heard my spiritual master lecture. In that lecture, the lecture was when Krishna was departing from Hastinapur to Dwarka. So, what was the consciousness of everybody before these were all the questions asked by Saunak Muni to Sutta Goswami. Some questions, yeah, like why how, I forgot the questions, but there were few questions. For those questions Sutta Goswami was answering that, yeah, how was the rule of Yudhishthir Maharaj, what was the consciousness of devotees when Krishna was going back to Dwarka. So this type of questions were answered. So in that past time, first when Maharaj was describing the kingdom of Yudhishthir Maharaj, how was the kingdom of Yudhishthir Maharaj? It was as good as Ram Rajya. So why I'm getting this topic here? Because who can see the Lord? Lord has appeared in that fire sacrifice, and everybody is able to see the Lord. But I, at least from my consciousness, I will never able to see the Lord. Only I can understand how Lord looks from the scriptures and from the Vani of Acharyas. So there it is mentioned, even in Yudhishthir Maharaj kingdom, that everybody were seeing the Lord, and what was their consciousness? Everybody were very humble. So, and Maharaj said, even I heard this from Radhanath Swami Maharaj, that the basis of spiritual life is humility. After that, only everything will start. Whether everything will start only if you are humble. So there is no way whether you will achieve anything like bhava, asakti, nishta, prema, whatever. Anartha nivritti also will start by being humble. Otherwise, there is no way you will able to, first of all, even if you hear about the beauty of the Lord, about the form of the Lord, you will become envious that how can somebody be so beautiful. And then there Maharaj was saying how much stupidity and foolish impersonalist people are and how much they are missing. So they say God doesn't have form, Krishna doesn't have form, but see how beautiful Krishna is. If somebody just read and at least try to imagine, even with our material senses, we will be very much attached and very much our love will develop towards this personality. How beautiful he is, like bluish black, and then there are charmers, and he have a conch shell, lotus, disc, sword, and then arrow, and so many things. And in his, as yesterday Shaman Krishna Prabhu mentioned, how if we imagine uh, exact, Yogagisha Prabhu said this many times, when you see the cloud just about to rain, that blackish bluish cloud is the color of Krishna. And if we imagine with that, you can see that picture. Krishna is there in that picture in that same color. And even here, Krishna is there in that same color. If you imagine Krishna and then imagine white charmers around him, and then imagine like all his eight arms, and with that, that is Aishwarya Bhav. But we want to imagine Krishna in Vrindavan mood. So Krishna will Krishna will if Krishna looks that much beautiful in those many with those many weapons and those many things, how Krishna will look when he just hold flute? How Krishna will look when he's calling his cowherd boys, his cows, gopas, gopis by playing his flute? How beautiful it will be. So impersonalists are missing this rasa. They don't, that is why they are always miserable in their austerity. And they have to do lot of severe austerity to attain. And they actually do it. But they have to go through lot of severity. But look at us, what we do, only for ABCD. Associate with devotees, in association read books, and then we chant, and the best part is prasad. So we do all these things, but still we see so many devotees are gone back to Godhead. Why? Because they meditate on the form of Krishna. They hear from the acharyas and understand how Krishna looks, and then they meditate on his pastimes, on the form. Meditating on the form is very high stage, but at least they meditate on the form. Sorry, on the pastimes, which gives so much pleasure to devotees. So in that pastime, when Krishna was about to leave to Dwarka, Maharaj mentioned that Yudhishthir Maharaj is adokshadarshi, like he doesn't see fault even in Duryodhan. Yudhishthir Maharaj used to call Duryodhan not Duryodhan. He used to call him as Suyodhan. Yeah, that's what Maharaj mentioned. Why? Because Yudhishthir Maharaj don't want to. Duryodhan means dur, means bad, and Suyodhan means good. So Yudhishthir Maharaj used to call Duryodhan by the name Suyodhan. So why? Because he don't want to see the fall. And what was his consciousness when he was in the forest? Maharaj mentioned two pastimes. One time, Yudhishthir Maharaj was speaking with Draupadi and said, "How fortunate we are! See, look at our good fortune. Because of Duryodhan, we are able to we have opportunity to meet so many brahmanas, so many saints in the forest. If we were in a kingdom, these brahmanas would have thought us like they are materialist, so they wouldn't have come. But here everybody is coming and we are getting opportunity to serve. So how fortunate we are. It's all because of Duryodhan. He did not say Duryodhan, he said Suryodhan. All because of him. So, and then another pastime, Draupadi was saying, "Look at us, we are here. We don't have any fort or any kingdom to live. See Duryodhan how he's enjoying, and he uh, just made us to go away from the kingdom." Then Duryodhan Maharaj said, sorry, Yudhishthir Maharaj said that he said, "Look at us, how blissful we are. If we were in the kingdom, we have to every day somebody will come with their all problems and all, and I have to sit and solve their problem. But here I am getting so much opportunity to do bhajan." So that is why Duryodhan is our best well wisher, like that he used to say. And that is what the nature of Yudhishthir Maharaj. So, because of his nature, Krishna was always with them. And Maharaj said that Yudhishthir Maharaj was always following Krishna's instruction, and his brothers were following his instruction. So, this is actually Guru Parampara. So, that is what will happen. And because of this nature of Yudhishthir Maharaj, Krishna was always with him. And similarly, there is one more pastime, Prithu Maharaj pastime. What happened? Prithu Maharaj wanted to perform Ashwamedha Yajna. He performed 99 Ashwamedha Yajna. But the last one he wanted to perform, Indra became little envious. Actually, we are not at all, as speaking out myself, I am not at all qualified to speak anything about Lord Indra. He is actually a nice devotee. Krishna uses Lord Indra only to teach us. And Indra humbly also takes that position of becoming a instrument, yeah, for Krishna to teach how to be, how not to be. Even a devotee, if you are a devotee, if you live your life in that way, what will happen to you? So somebody should be there, right? So Indra is being instrument. So, and also actually Radhagovind Maharaj in that lecture he said that even Duryodhan, after everything was over, Krishna must have patted his back, saying that you performed well. So even Duryodhan was being an instrument. That was Radhagovind Maharaj's statement. So, so when we speak about some personalities who have appeared in Srimad Bhagavatam, whether good or bad, we don't know what did they do to get to become the instrument of Krishna, either in good or bad way. So I strongly offer my respect to Lord Indra, and only for the sake of uh, of relishing Krishna's mood, will speak this pastime. So when Prithu Maharaj performed, wanted to perform 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, Lord Indra became little insecure or envious because there is no one who performed Ashwamedh Yajna. If they perform, they'll get position of in Indra. So Lord Indra wanted to hold his position, his record. So he did not wanted Prithu Maharaj to complete his Ashwamedh Yajna. So he did so many. First of all, he stole that horse. And then when Indra stole the horse, uh, Atri Muni, Atri Muni was very accomplished sadhu. So Atri Muni immediately realized that Indra stole the horse, and Atri Muni told to the son of Prithu Maharaj, I forgot the name, but he said to the son of Prithu Maharaj that this horse was stolen by Indra, and that son of Prithu Maharaj was ready, and he wanted to fight Indra. And what Indra did, Indra disguised him in the form of a sannyasi, and looking at that, son of Prithu Maharaj offered obeisances and respect, and then he did not attack Indra. Atri Muni said, "You know why you are doing like this? He is Indra. He is disguising. You have to fight. Otherwise, then the good for all the people. You have to think about it and then fight." Then Prithu Maharaj started fighting, and Indra lost. And then Indra gave that horse and ran away. Then Ashwamedh Yajna was performed, and again Indra disguised. He created darkness and then again stole the horse. And this time Prithu Maharaj wanted to fight back, but then Brahma appeared and said, "Why are you doing all these things? You already have God, the love of Godhead. You don't need all this materialistic thing. Ashwamedha Yagna is just material. Just give it up. Why do you want to make Indra suffer?" That's what Brahma was saying, not saying like leave. Just for the good of Indra and for the good of it, just leave it. And hearing that, Prithu Maharaj left the fire sacrifice. And then seeing that Indra came to his senses and came and begged for forgiveness. And then what did Prithu Maharaj did? All the story was only for this point, that Prithu Maharaj embraced Indra, said that, uh, and then he said, "Don't worry, we don't have any enmity. We are all united." And then when Prithamara said like this and embraced, Indra also actually was forgave all his insecurity, and then he embraced Prithamara. Then after that, Lord appeared. So, and when we see here Daksha's pastime, how did Lord appear? When Daksha, when Daksha came to his senses, and when uh, Daksha became humble and took humble position and actually glorified Lord Shiva, then Lord became pleased and appeared. So every pastime, wherever Krishna appeared, all the devotees showed the sign of humility, and all the devotees showed the sign of cardial relationship. There was there was no offending anybody, not taking any offenses, and no fault finding, nothing. At that time Krishna appeared. So what when we read this pastimes and when we see how beautiful Krishna is and all, who can see this? Only the persons, only those devotees who have really became humble, and who are adokshadarshi, and who don't take any offense and who don't offend anybody. So only to those, and the basis of everything is no material desires. They have only desire to serve devotees and desire to please Krishna and their spiritual master. So by that desire only they will able to see Krishna. But we can always read Shastras, and from the Shastras we'll know how Krishna looks. There are so many places describing in Vrindavan, especially. It is said how Krishna looks when he in each and every pastime, when he come back from gazing cows. So how Krishna is looking. So I was hearing a lecture, and in that it is said that there are very uh, nice poetic way of poetic composition of how Krishna by so many devotees, so many acharyas in Vrindavan and in uh, in our sampradaya also. And in one composition, Maharaj was explaining that when Krishna is coming back from from after gazing after in the evening, Krishna is first of all bluish black. His hairs are very black, and then there is a dust on his body. Looking at the dust on his body on that form, all the Vrajvasis were so much attracted. They used to leave their whatever they are doing. They used to wait for that one glance of Krishna. And when Krishna comes, he always comes dancing. Actually, no, he goes by dancing, but he comes by singing. So why it is like that? Because Maharaj said, because he is very tired, so he don't want to dance, but he wants to sing. So when he sings, when he plays his flute, from the far, everybody comes to know now Krishna is coming, and their eagerness is increasing. Everyone, whether Gopas, Gopis, everyone's eagerness is increasing, and they want to see Krishna. That eagerness, if we have, then only we'll able to see Krishna beautiful form. If we just, if we come here and if we have that eagerness for seeing the deities, then only we'll able to see Krishna. Actually, otherwise we will see only marble. But actually, to see Krishna, we should have that eagerness. And how will you get that eagerness? You will only get that eagerness by keep hearing. They heard the flute sound and they got eagerness. But how we will get eagerness? By hearing Krishna Katha. That is like Krishna playing flute, and we'll get that eagerness. Even in Gopi Geet, it is said that one verse, Tava Katamritam Tapta Jivanam Kaviviriritam Kalmashapa. What it means, Tava Katamritam, that Krishna's Katha is like ointment on the all the sufferings of this material world. So it will be that much relishing. But again, what is the basis of everything? Humility. If you are not humble, if you are envious, then even if you hear, what will you what will you relish? For example, speaking about myself, I have so much experience when I'm being very envious, even if a devotee is doing so nice service, whether nice kirtan or a nice worship or nice lecture or whatever, I will not able to relish it because because of my envy, there is like a layer, and that layer is of a pollution. And whatever good water or good nectar is coming, it is making it polluted, and then it's coming to me. So that is why being humble is very important. So that is the basis of all devotional service, and that is the basis of of progressing in devotional service. This same point I heard from Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and this same point I heard from Radha Govind Swami Maharaj. So this shows that how much important is this, and how much we have to try try to become humble, and how much we have to pray to become humble. Maharaj also mentioned that maybe from day one you might not able to become humble, but association of devotees hearing, and then praying. Praying is the most important thing. If anybody, whether whatever miserable situation you are in, whether you're physically handicapped or mentally not good or anything, still prayers you can pray to Krishna. And as I mentioned in the last class, and now also, these six things are important from after hearing from Shyaman and Krishna Prabhu's class and other lectures. These six things. What is the first thing? Pray to get rid of material desires. Second, pray to get rid of anarthas. Third, pray to not offend anybody and not to be offended. Fourth, pray to serve all the devotees, serve spiritual master, and serve Srimad Bhagavatam in utter humility. And pray to always speak about Krishna, always hear about Krishna, and always think about Krishna. And then when we do all these things, we'll able to get that love of Godhead. And after that, pray that whatever you are getting it, please Krishna give it to everyone else. So if you pray all these things, then then there is some chance and there is some hope that we will able to attain perfection even in this life, or if not, at least in next life. So what is our ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal is to not see Krishna, as always Prabhuji mentions. Our ultimate goal is to please Krishna. Our ultimate goal is to please devotees of Krishna by being in in the mood of servant of the servant of the servant. And how will it come? By being humble. So that is what I wanted to speak today. Please forgive me if I've spoken anything out of my adhikar or anything wrong. If there are any corrections, please you can correct me. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Any corrections? How instantly he completes the part of that is really Vishnu Maharaj. How will they do the also thank Krishna Maharaj so that we respond to association with Jesus and we yeah, we can yeah, this is please pray that whatever I spoke, I can follow it. Thank you. If nobody have any questions or any corrections, then we'll end here. Thank you so much. Bancha Prabhu. Pitana Pavanabhya Vaishnava Ananta Vishnu Padhiya. I'm ending now. Hare Krishna. Samavita Bhakti. Hare Krishna.